Give a round of applause for Pontiacs. Michael Geeter.
Yay for me. Hola. Yes. Yes, very happy to be here at the VFW, and see there's another black comedian here, so I'm happy that you guys are celebrating Black History Month. Some of you are really getting into it by talking through the whole fucking show, so that's a black thing. All we need is, got a movie screen, you think this is a movie, obviously there are people moving around, you're like, must be a movie up in the VFW, but that is not the case. That's not the case. As he said, my name is Mike Geeter. I'm from Pontiac, very happy to be here. I see there's a lot of beautiful women at the VFW. Gentlemen, clap it up for the ladies. Come on, man. Clap it up for the ladies. Yes. Yes. Before I go any further, I do have to announce that I'm married. I don't wear a ring. I think they're stupid. But because my wife is Irish-Italian, she makes me do this. She calls it registering myself. So I consider myself now registered. But back before I got married, I used to date all kinds of women, you know, like short ones, tall ones, black, white. I didn't care. I used to date all kinds. But I could never have a lasting relationship with a woman that already had children. Couldn't do it. Never works out. Because see, these women always want to blame their kids for their body type. You know, like I always had this conversation. You know, my body's like this because of all the babies that I have. Because then I'm tempted to say, well, bitch, if you quit eating so many of them, send a couple of plates back, you wouldn't be so full in the gut. No babies are fat, you know. But it is. So I know I make fun of women and all that, and I know it's bad because women, you guys go through a lot when you have kids. You're like, your body changes so much. Like for men, nothing happens to us. Nothing. We still stay slim and sexy, you know, nothing changes. But you women, your body gets ravaged by this alien being growing in you know? And like my wife was the same way, you know, when she had our kids and stuff, she was upset because when I met her, she was, I mean, her body was slamming. She was all curvy and stuff, like pow, bam. She had boobs that stood up on their own. They're all pert. I used to bat at them like a kitten batting that yarn, you know? That's how I played, motorboated the shit out of them, you know? But then she has kids, and now all of a sudden, you know, her boobs are dragging. They're not as pert as they used to be. And she's sad about that. But let me tell you how I fixed that. And gentlemen, you could try this too, a little something I invented. Because now that I can't motorboat them, I sailboat them. I do, I sailboat them. And you don't know what that is because like I said, I invented it, but I'll tell you what it is. Sailboating is when you grab her boobs, you pull them out as far as you can, then you blow into them really hard to try to get them to pop out like a sail on a boat. Chicks dig that shit. We dig it. And if you want to role play, what you do is, if you want to role play, you paint like a couple of skull and crossbones on each one and put a patch over your eye like a pirate. Just ride her around. Arrgh. I've come for the booty. Yeah, man, I'll help you to it. I'll draw it out for you. I'll diagram it. I'll Peyton Manning your situation, you know. Now, a little bit more about myself. Let me step back here, because I noticed you couldn't even see John's face up there. I better stand under this light. All right, y'all can see me? All right. A little bit more about myself. I'm one of 17 children. This is true. It's true, I have 10 sisters and 6 brothers. We recently found out that my mother did not have a uterus. She had a clown car. It was like, this kid's falling out of her for JJ. And that's not right. That's not nice. I shouldn't say that. It was more like a t-shirt cannon. It was like, boom, there's a kid over there. Boom, boom, there's a set of twins. Just erupting out of her vagina. Or we nicknamed her Mount Vesuvius. Just mother vagina. Just falling out. Now I have 4 beautiful kids of my own. I do. Thank you for clapping for my, thank you. Clapping for my sperm. It's beautiful sperm, especially under black light. I'll show you later. I do have 4 beautiful kids. I have 3 in their 20s, a daughter and 2 sons. I have a little 6-year-old just to show that my stroke ain't broke. And all of this works well, you know. And my oldest son had a very cool job he was very happy about last summer. My son was a counselor at a camp for Jewish kids over in Decatur, Michigan. He loved this job. First real job out of college, very happy about this job when he told me. But I was a little confused because I would think that a camp would be the last place that a Jewish person would ever want to send another Jewish person. That's the last place. It's just an observation, people. It's just a smart, clever observation. That's all it is. And I know some of you didn't laugh. You probably thought that was mean of me to say. You probably thought it was. But it's not mean. It's not mean. I'll tell you what's mean. Part of my son's responsibility at this camp was picking up and dropping off kids at the airport. And at the fucking train station. What Jewish parent is keeping it so real that they're sending their kid to a camp by train? That's just, I'm serious. This is true. This is all true. Because I'm thinking, like, what would be the equivalency to me? What would be, like, the same as, like, a Jewish kid going to a camp? And the only thing I can think of is the equivalency would be, like, me accepting a free one-way ticket for a blacks-only mystery cruise. I'm not getting on that boat. I'm not getting on that boat. It's pretty specific is what I'm saying. And if I were one of these kids, I'd be super nervous about going to this camp, knowing my history, right? Like, I would be as nervous as a white guy at a Native American yard sale, you know? It'd be like, look, buddy, I get it. So you got your TPs over there, that's good. Oh, so you got your bow and arrows over there, that's all right, arrowheads, that's cool. But how much for the actual yard? A couple of diseased blankets or some genocide? Now I don't give a shit if you didn't laugh. My joke's historically accurate. You can look it up yourself. All of that happened. So you might as well laugh and enjoy it. You might as well laugh and enjoy it. And just like my joke alluded, there's a lot of racial stuff going on in this country the last few months. I'm sorry, centuries. So like we can't get past it. And especially like the last year and a half, there's been a huge uptick of racial incidences in this country. And I'm thinking like, all right, we should be well past this by now. All right, enough of this shit. Why are we still dealing with this, you know? And the only thing I could think of that like really caused this influx, this rush of racism is, I don't know if you guys remember that Cheerios commercial? And it had the black guy in it, and the white lady and a little biracial kid. Yeah, you remember that? And how like racist people lost their shit over this commercial. And I couldn't understand it. It's like, why would you be that upset over people eating cereal? Unless, of course, they discovered Cheerios were like really little biracial babies' toasted assholes. Then I'm like, okay, you're right. We should all be upset about it. We should all be marching on that. Spit that out of your mouth. But that's not it. That's not what it is. It's not made of that. No. But I'm upset about that commercial too. I was a little upset. Because as I said, they had a black guy in this commercial. And listen, VFW, black people don't eat that shit. We don't eat Cheerios. We don't eat Cheerios. Look, let me tell you something. A little bit about black people. Black people love sugar. Love sugar. Like each and every one of us is about half a Kit Kat away from losing our left foot. That's how much we enjoy the sweet stuff. So we wouldn't eat Cheerios. We wouldn't eat it. But then I started thinking, it's like, if you're that upset over Cheerios, why don't you just pool all your money together with your friends and just invent your own breakfast food? Like, I don't know, like Racist Brand, 2 scoops of racism. Or Special KKK, that might be tasty. Just put your money in that. Or just go to the store and buy some Captain Crunch. Because the way that crap rips the roof of your mouth out, you know there's hatred baked into every bite. You know there is. So like last year during the Super Bowl, Cheerios ran another commercial with this same family. And the father tells the little girl, hey, we're about to have another kid. So now I'm thinking like, how far is Cheerios willing to go with this message of diversity? This message of inclusion? And the only thing I can think of is, the next commercial that they have is going to show the mother and the father literally screwing at the breakfast table. Both of them facing the same direction because it's breakfast. Nobody's brushed their teeth yet. So they're both facing the same direction. And like right at the moment of explosion, right when he's ready to finish, he just takes a handful of Cheerios and throws it at her, and he yells out, "Honey Nut, the one and only Cheerio." I would possibly DVR that and watch that a lot. Look, my name is Mike Geeter. I had a blast, VFW. A blast. You can follow me, MikeGeeter.com. I'm all over the interwebs. I'll talk to you later. Thank you.